The Night of Whispering Shadows. In a quiet village nestled at the edge of a dense and mysterious forest, lived a curious and adventurous 10-year-old boy named Revan. He was known throughout the village for his insatiable curiosity and boundless energy. Unable to resist the lure of the Forbidden Woods any longer, Revan decided to embark on an adventure. With his heart pounding with excitement, Revan ventured into the dark expanse of the forest, armed only with a wooden stick. He followed a winding path deeper and deeper into the woods, the shadows of the trees playing tricks on his eyes. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Revan realized he had wandered much farther than he intended. Panic surged through his chest as he looked around, trying to find familiar landmarks. The once welcoming woods now seemed alien and imposing. Revan's heart raced, but he couldn't discern which way to go. Night fell swiftly, casting the forest into an eerie darkness. Revan's bravado began to waver, and the rustling of leaves and mysterious sounds seemed to come from all directions. Holding on to his stick, he struggled to stay composed. Amidst the darkness, a soft whispering sound emerged, like voices carried on the wind. Revan spun around, but no one was there. Fear clutched at his chest as the whispers grew louder, and the shadows seemed to move with a life of their own. Shapes danced just beyond the edge of his vision, and Revan's heart pounded louder than ever. Suddenly, a flicker of light illuminated the darkness, fireflies, their gentle glow casting a dim light. Revan followed them, his heart still racing, until he stumbled upon a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient and gnarled tree, its bark resembling twisted faces and its branches reaching out like skeletal arms. Beneath the tree, figures began to materialize, ghostly apparitions with hollow eyes and outstretched hands. Their whispering intensified, and Revan's knees wobbled as he tried to stand his ground. But these were no ordinary shadows, they seemed to feed on his fear, growing more tangible with each terrified breath. Tears welled in Revan's eyes as he considered the possibility of never returning home. He closed his eyes and tried to remember his family, his friends, and the safety of the village. A warm feeling spread through him. And as he opened his eyes, he noticed the fireflies were multiplying, forming a protective barrier of light around him. With newfound determination, Revan raised his stick and faced the whispering shadows. He began to speak, his voice quivering but resolute. "I am Revan, and I am not alone. I carry the light of those who care for me. You cannot have me." As he spoke, the firefly's light grew brighter, pushing back the shadows inch by inch. The ghostly figures wailed and shrieked, unable to withstand the light and courage that Revan displayed. Slowly but surely, the darkness retreated, leaving Revan standing beneath the ancient tree in a soft glow. Exhausted but triumphant, Revan saw the first light of dawn filtering through the trees. The forest, once so foreboding, now held a quiet serenity. With a grateful heart, he retraced his steps, following the path back to the village. As he emerged from the woods, the villagers rushed to greet him, their worried faces transformed into smiles of relief. The night had been filled with terrors, but it had also shown Revan his own strength and resilience. He had faced his fears and emerged victorious, forever changed by the ordeal. From that day on, the village held a new respect for the boy who had stood up to the whispering shadows and returned with a story of courage and triumph.